Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the little French tier 5 heavy tank, the BDR G1B. It looks like a clown car. It's got the little wheels. It's just a hilarious looking tank. I really do actually enjoy playing this tank. It's quite slow and it's not got the best of armour for a heavy tank, but it does slap hard. It's got 135 pen on its AP, which is pretty decent for for a tier 5 tank. It's got 175 pen on its APCR, which is glorious, because that means you can deal with most tanks that you'll see at tier 5, 6 and 7. The alpha damage at 240 slaps hard. Now, obviously, the downside to having 240 alpha is the fact that the reload on this tank is pretty poo-poo. And to be honest, there's a lot of tanks at this tier that can wreck it. You literally fire one shot, and if it's YOLO'd you, oh no, game over, mate. To be honest, by the time you've reloaded the second shell, something like the T-34 or the Churchill 3 has just killed you because it's incredible DPM. It's also a little bit derpy, right? It misses quite a lot of shells that you're just looking at it like it shouldn't, which is a little bit irritating. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoy it. It's a heavy tank that I've always liked. And it's one I've always sort of wanted to go back and free mark. Because, to be honest, I quite enjoy the French heavies a little bit. Well, it depends on which French heavy you're on about. Because the BDR, like I say, is quite fun. It slaps hard for this tier. Then you've got the ARL 44, which has troll armour. It's not the most well-armoured tank in the universe, but it's got troll armour. But it's got a 105 that absolutely slaps. You know, it's got, if you fire all APCR in it, which is filthy, but the thing is, it's the meme. Because it's got 223 pen, obviously it's got more pen because it's premium round, but it gets 330 alpha, which is completely memes, and it's really nice to have on a tier 6 tank. And then you've got the AMX M4 45, which is the tier 7. Which again gets that 105, which again I say is pure memes. It may be filthy having to fire pretty much all premium, but at the same time, it's got that meme factor. It's not just like loading full premium for the sake of it. The AMX 65T is poo. I wouldn't ever recommend that tank, but it leads to a tank called the MX M451, which is a fantastic tank. It may have absolutely awful DPM, but generally as a tank it's pretty nice to play. Then you've got the MX M454, which is a little bit poo, to be honest. It's not the best tank in the universe, but yeah, it's alright. The other line was heavy line, but now it's medium tanks because why not, really? And that leads to the 5100, the 5120 and the 50B. Now that line I was not as big a fan of because it's not got the durability of being a heavy tank, and yeah, I'm too aggressive for that sort of playstyle, to be honest. But I've been playing the 5100 a little bit more, and I've kind of been enjoying it. It's just, it's very situation dependent. So this game in the BDR, we're on Kaunas, and we have just been wrecking things as we've been going along. That poor little IKV YOLO'd us, ricocheted his shot, and we finished him off. And we're already up to 4 kills and 2,000 damage, and there's only 3 tanks left. But, like I say, if this tank gets left to do its work, and you can keep slapping people and pulling back, it's a very nice tank to play. And like I say, I enjoy it. It's one of the ones that's nice to play. So we shut down that OI, we're up to 5 kills now, and I'm like, okay, I want me Top Gun. There's only 2 guys left, and I'm looking at it going, you know, I'm probably not going to get the kills, because I think that OI is probably going to die now because there's a medium and a heavy tank in front of him, and then there's another heavy tank up there which, you know, could kill them. But then as I get closer and they come into render range, we see that OI experimental is really healthy, and that doesn't actually bode well for my team, because if he's healthy and if the other guy's healthy, they're in a position that, you know, they could still probably win this thing, really. You know, the situation we're in, they're in quite a strong position. So like KV1S has just shut down the M4, we're now gone from, you know, a 5v2 to a 4v2 to a 3v2 now, and they've still not really lost any health. And obviously this is where the 240 Alpha will come into play, because if he has the derp gun, that OI, I will probably fire 1.5 rounds for everyone he fires. So I'll fire one, and then probably be able to just about nearly reload before he gets the second. Obviously, if I pull back and get one in before he manages to fire at me, it means he's going to get screwed over. He's also caught in a pincer right now, and that's good because that means I have enough time to aim in and shoot him. And I really wanted to make sure, because he wasn't focused on me at all, I wanted to make sure I got that shot aimed in, it didn't derp, and I killed him so I could get a top gun. As I say, it wasn't focused on me at all, so it was, I had enough time and assurance that I was going to pen that guy. And those RX experimentals can be a little bit awkward for something like the BDR, because especially if it's angled, it's got 125mm of frontal plate armour now, whereas it used to be just a giant XP pinata. Although it was kind of memey in the fact that it went at 50 kilometers an hour as a 100-ton tank and had a 300 alpha gun. But they replaced that with the derp gun and the sort of quicker fire 75 and gave it 125mm of frontal armour, as it used to have 75mm of armour all round, which is absolutely garbage and easy to pen for everyone. So it's a little bit awkward for a tank like the BDR because I've only got 135 pen. So if he's angled, 125 is more like a 50-50 for me to go through, so it can be a little bit awkward, but we shut him down. So now we've got a good shooting position towards this KV-1S. He's just got to poke out, and it's just me and this VK. Now, if this VK can lure him out, I can finish him off. I don't want to move from this position because I do have a very good shot towards where he'd be. If he poked out on the left, I'd be able to shoot him. If he poked out on the right, I'd be able to shoot him. If I decide to move up now, it's quite likely that I'd just lose the opportunity to shoot him. So I kept my position, I didn't move up, and we were ready to shut him down when he popped out. And that was our 7th kill of the game. We got 2.5k damage, a bit of assistance, and just, like I said, generally nice game for the BDR. So we've got a high caliber, ace tanker, devastator, sniper, top gun, steel wall. The sniper medal doesn't come around all too often for this BDR because, like I say, the gun is a bit derpy. It's more derpy than the accuracy stat states. And to be honest, that's a thing for French heavies, is that they say like, oh, the .35 accuracy or the .34 or something like that, or .36. It never feels like it. They always feel way worse, and that is my frustration with French guns. Because it's .33 on the MX-30 prototype, for example, or 30B. It never feels like that. It derps shells like you wouldn't believe. So, yeah, that is my issue with French guns, that they're always more derpy. But, yeah. Here we are on the second map, and that is El Halouf. And we are going to push up to the normal place that you can always anticipate we're going to be going, and that is B2, B3, and that's because we can get hull down, keep popping over, popping shots at people. And we're looking, I'm actually shooting at the wrong bit there, but we were just looking for the place that we could just pop a shot. You never know, I've hit people before by firing random shells over there. I've done it in the past, quite a while ago now, well, I say quite a while ago, a long time ago. In the KV2, I took a complete blind shot down there. And it wasn't that one that I shot at then, it was the one over a little bit to the left. And I ended up hitting someone and penning them and full one-shotting them with a massive snapshot across there. It was hilarious at the time. And it was typical Rochada, duck on the red type RNG, you know. Just flew in and I sat there cackling my pants off as I ran towards the brawl. I can't remember what it was, I think it was a T-34-85. Penned it and full one-shot it. It was just hilarious. And sat there crying for a bit. It can work, which is why, you know, I'll take those little shots every now and then. Because you never know what you're going to hit. I mean, if you don't shoot, you don't score. So, you know, you miss every shot that you don't take. So, you know, that's the way it is. So here we are. We're at the ridge line. And we've got a Churchill 3 in front of us, which is, you know, it's a scary tank, the Churchill 3, because that thing can rip us to shreds. It reloads in like 1.5 seconds or something like that. It's mental. So it's a dangerous tank. That Panzer 38 NA made a big mistake. He poked out, finished him off. And, you know, nothing seems to be here yet, so I was like, okay, I'll pull up. I'll push aggressively. Obviously, the matchmaking's nice again. And then this DW2 appears, and poor DW2, we two-shot him. Poor guy. And we're going to move up now. And I was looking for the Panzer 4H over the ridgeline. I realised, actually, he's moved up already. So I'm going to push up to a position to get shots into these guys' ass. I'm keeping, obviously, myself hidden from the guys that are around that corner, so I'm not going to get shot by them. And now we're poking around the corner. That Panzer IV-H is already looking for us. Unfortunately, we low roll. We've got 240 Alpha, but we're hitting for 196 and leaving him on 21. He should have been dead. But we shut him down with the second shot, and now there's just this Churchill 1, and he has flicked round. The thing is about the Churchills, Churchill 1, the Churchill 3, that is a Churchill 3, not a Churchill 1, is that it's only got 100mm of turret armour, so if you've got, and it's incredibly flat. So if you've got 100mm of pen, easy. They're easy targets to take out. Just shoot them in the turret front, especially when they turn to face you. So now we've got a Matilda in front of us who's firing Prem, which is, yeah, fair play, is a tier 4. And that can be deadly, again, for how quick a tank fires. But we've got this little ridgeline, right? We can pull back behind it. Unfortunately, we ricochet off the side of his turret, which is annoying because we should pen that. But we're going to pull out and we're going to do it again. And we shut him down. We're up to Top Gun now. And look how much is left. We're so close. We're going for the Devastator now. And we shut down that guy. Now we've got the T-40. We're on for a Radleys. It's like, please let me shoot this guy. Come on, reload, and the M4 shuts him down. So unfortunately, we don't get that 8th kill. But like I say, look how many tanks are still alive. This is a big chance for a Radley Walters, a big chance for something maybe more. You know, and that is going through my mind right now. 7 kills, 2k damage. We're only 4 minutes in, and there's still a good 7 tanks alive. So we're going to push round, and we're going to be a little bit aggressive. So now we are targeted in 6th Sense. I wouldn't normally push round this way, because if there's anything camping up the top, it could punish us. But, you know, it's one of those things. I wanted the Radleys, and I didn't. The tank's not quick enough for what I'd normally do, which is I'd normally push around the outside. But the Chaffee Oblige just pokes out, gives us a shot into his front, and we kill him for the 8th kill, which is nice. And now we're just going to push on. We know the artillery's on the right somewhere, and that's something I'm a little bit mindful of, but I thought he was somewhere over there. So we're just going to keep pushing on. Obviously, the BDR doesn't have the best view range in the universe, and there's still 2 tanks up ahead. And right now, I'm thinking if I get the shutdown on the artillery, and then we've got the medium tank, I could get a pulls medal here. And we spot the Griller, and it's like, okay, the Griller's there. We're going to take that second to aim. We should shut him down, but we don't. And he's only got 40 health, and of course it's artillery, so it shuts us down. Because, you know, artillery doesn't need to aim. And really, in reality, with 240 Alpha, we should have killed that guy. But, hey, well, it was a big chance for a pulls medal, but unfortunately RNG said no. So we finished that game. High Caliber, Ace Tanker, Radley Walters, Devastator, Top Gun, and a Sniper medal. Very nice game for the BDR. Nearly 1700 base. It's always nice to get a Radley Walters. And it's a tank that is kind of fun to play. And it slaps hard. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.